Hello and welcome to a video. Today I will be discussing under the Heddle division an entity known as Z-3406 Gatchapon. Now even though this does seem like a regular machine, it has an anomalous quality to it. Continuing on, Z-3406, codenamed Gatchapon, is a vending machine that dispenses small capsule toys. Unlike typical machines of this type, Z-3406 prevents users from receiving duplicate items within a given set. So, let's say there's a set of keychain items that you can obtain, or keychain toys. This would let you have the whole set depending on how much you give it. Now, an intern at the cosmetics subsidiary Norel discovered Z-3406 on July 20th, 2015 in a store in the Kyoto shopping district. Noriko, a college intern at Norel, encountered the machine while shopping for secondhand clothing. Z-3406 was concealed among other capsule machines in the empty arcade storefront, advertising a set of 8 keychains from the popular seasonal anime She Doesn't Want to Hold My Hand Because She Thinks I'll Bite It Off. Upon approaching the machine, Noriko heard a cheerful feminine voice emitting from its speakers, informing her that she could obtain the full set without winning a single duplicate. Noriko inserted 8 500 yen coins and retrieved the entire set of keychains without any duplicates, precisely as advertised. When she attempted to insert an additional coin, the machine politely rejected it, acknowledging that the intern had received all the keychains offered in the set, and encouraged her to return with her friends when new items were in stock. Over the following 3 weeks, visits to the machine became a routine after-work activity for the employees of the local shopping district Norel chain, who would regularly return to see what new charms the machine would dispense. Later, Noriko and several fellow interns discussed the machine's behavior during working hours, prompting their internship coordinator to identify the accounts as potentially anomalous. Operatives were dispatched to the location and promptly confiscated the machine. Agents of the Marketing and Public Relations Division informed the arcade owner, unaware of Z-406's anomalous properties, that they had removed the machine due to manufacturing defects and would compensate him accordingly. At the time of discovery, Z-406, then designated GM, was believed to be a non-anomalous. Preliminary testing failed to consistently reproduce the anomalous encounter experienced by the Norel employees. As a result, the research team scheduled the machine for scrapping on December 15th, 2015. Due to logistical and transportation issues, they suspended the procedure and placed Z-406 in storage indefinitely, pending dismantling at a later date. In 2022, following an unscheduled storage inventory check, Researcher Canary rediscovered the machine in storage after being alerted by the sound of a charm capsule following. Upon investigating the source of the noise, a spirit inhabiting the machine manifested before her, identified herself as Gatchapon, courier of Lady Luck. Following Z-406's rediscovering confirmation of anomalous behavior, the Infiltration Division identified the spirit as Redacted, a 23-year-old former resident of Kyoto who died in 2012. Additional evaluation by the Paranormal Subdivision confirmed the discovery and deduced that her soul was spiritually bound to the machine. Unlike most documented hauntings, Z-2406 exhibits no hostility, territorial aggression, or reactive behavior, even when deliberately provoked. Observers note that the spirit could manifest and withdraw her presence at will, which accounted for the lack of results in 2015 investigation. Further testing of Z-2406 capabilities reveals that the primary reason for the absence of duplicate dispensings was deliberate manipulation of the machine's internal mechanisms. Z-2406 also proven capable of manifesting matter out of nothing for the sole purpose of maintaining an infinite stock of charms. Now that was only the first part, and that was already a lot. There's multiple parts, and it further extends just extreme amounts, and I believe it also goes in depth about the ghost in the later project thing here. However, I will not be reading it because I have taken so many attempts trying to get this one right. I know, depressing, but I'm just not really that good of a reader, if you can't tell already. So I may be reading more stuff like this at a later date. Especially because this here, going to the next page, look at these images. Oh, actually, take back what I said previously. This seems like it's the last two pages. Although, if you can see... this extends past the anomalous item that we know so far. So I'll be reading about them specifically in a later date. So I hope you like this little video. And if you do like stuff like this, gives me a reason to actually look at all these monsters, really clarify what all of these do, and strategies to avoid them. Mainly due to these types of monsters, you have to die to a few of them a lot, especially some of these variants here. Of course, my interest within this is to figure out everything else outside of the monsters and hazards. That's my goal. And as you can see, I haven't really been through here much. This is my favorite one by far, at least so far at this moment. Paranoia's box. I find it to be really interesting, concept-wise. Speaking of which, I also have the keychain here, which I will show here. This is the box. I have this equipped on all of my possible equipment that I can ever get. Because like, as you can see, there's the equip on all, unequip on all, and you can see the amount of items that you're able to equip it on. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is all the items that's possible here. Hope you liked the video. Take care.